Hey guys, so in this video I just want to share with you a small UI control that I've created for Unity. It's a double slider control, and so basically a slider that allows the user to select a range of values, so it allows to select both the mean and the max value. And I just uploaded this project into GitHub so you can use it in your own project. So that's it. So let me just show you uh, the demo or the example project that I have. So basically, this is what I'm talking about. This is a double slider where you have handles for both the mean and the max value, and you can get these values from the slider at once. So you can just register to this event. You have this event on value change. That when you register or when the values change, this event is called, and you can get the mean and the max value of the slider. So this is a really simple control. Let me just show you the options that you have when you are setting up the control in your own project. So basically, you have a flag to set up the control on start. This is if you want to set up all these values when the game starts. If you don't want, because these values might be dynamic, so you might not have the static values when the game starts, when you might be loading the values from somewhere, like some preferences or some web service, something like that. You can just call the method setup later on through code. So, but if you have these values at start, or if you want to set up default values, you can use this configuration right here. And basically what you can define here is the mean value that the slider accepts, the max value, the mean distance between the values. So when I say the mean distance, it defines the mean range that you can select. So you can see that I cannot select less than a difference of 10 units between the mean and the max value. So this is the mean distance value. And we have the flag for the whole number. So if the slider is working with the whole numbers or not, you can also check that here. And the initial mean and max values that you want to set up in the slider. And basically this is it. Then you have the event that you can listen, so you can just add a listener here in the inspector, or you can do it through code. So let me just show you the example scene that I have. Really simple example. I have a reference to my double slider, and here I'm registering to the slider double value change. You can see that I have this comment right here that if you want to set up the slider with some dynamic values, you can do it this way. And so here I register to the event, and here I have the mean and the max value that I'm using to basically change the values in change the text in the label that I have in the example. This is basically it. Only remember that if you are using the double slider, you need to import the namespace ts.doubleslider. And basically, to use it in your own project, you just need to import the package and use this prefab that you have right here. So you can just drag the prefab into your UI. So remember that this is a UI component, so you need to drag it to inside a canvas object, and then just set up the layout and set up the appearance of the double slider. Basically, set up the appearance. You have the fill area, and the fill area is the color of the slider that is not filled. Then inside the fill area you have a fill rect, and the fill, this is the color of the fill, so this is the color of the actual line when the slider, the area that is selected. And not right. And if you want to select I'm going to show you on this one. And you can also configure the handle, so you can change the handle color, you can change the handle image. Basically what I'm doing here is I'm using two sliders, like the default sliders that we have in Unity. I'm using two of them, and I basically join them together to create this other control. So whatever you were doing before to customize a slider in one slider, you can use it to customize this control. And you can also have these labels that are connected to the handles that you can also use. So for example, let me just hide this. You can see that we can have a handle here on a label on the handle that basically it has the value that is selected in the slider. Now this value is not, you can see that I'm not rounding the value because I might be using a decimal, not using whole numbers, so I might be using floating point numbers. And I also noticed that when the game starts, the setup is not setting the initial value of the label. But these are a few things that I might need to do later on. So if you actually need it, and if you are not able to do it by your own, just these small changes, let me know, and I'll just update the project on GitHub. By the way, yeah, this project and this project that I'm showing you is on GitHub, so that you can just import the package. So let me show you. So you can get it from here to Masharaiva Unity Canvas double slider, and you have a release right here that you can just download. This is a Unity package. You can just download, import it into your own project, and you're gonna have this folder right here. So the release does not have the demo theme. So for that you need to clone or the entire project from GitHub. And yeah, I mean, this is it. Really simple control, might be useful for your own project. So I thought that I would just share with you guys. So this is it. So thanks.